All right, what's up everybody? Mr. Mira here, and we are back today with another GitHub Classroom teacher basics, teacher help, whatever we're still calling the series. It's been 3 videos and I still don't know, or I haven't gone and looked at what this video series was called from the previous 4 videos. And in this video, we're going to actually finally get to the auto grading in GitHub Classroom. I know it's been a long 2 videos to get up to this point, or if you skipped right to this video, then congratulations. You didn't see any of the other videos, but especially that last video on unit testing, writing unit testing was longer. I apologize for that. This one I plan on keeping shorter, much shorter, hopefully. We're starting on GitHub, and I pushed up our repository, our Maven repository project that we set up in the first 2 videos with our unit testing. So that's on GitHub, and it's going to be used as starter code for our projects. And actually, let me go in here and make it a template. And as of this point in time, it is a public repository. So if you are interested in just using this as your own or going and grabbing it for yourself, you should be able to come here, look for it, fork it, use the template yourself, change up the README, do what you need to if you are interested in doing this with this specific methods. Instead of making it private, I just made it public for people who are interested in that. And so we're on GitHub, and I was only on GitHub because I like the dark version of GitHub versus the brightness here of GitHub Classroom. But really, we want to start on GitHub Classroom, and specifically I'm going to go into our course. So whatever course you have set up, we're going to make a new assignment in that course. This is for the tutorial. The assignment title is going to be called 3 randos. We'll say 3 random methods. Not going to make a deadline. Individual, private repository. Just hit continue. Starter code. We're going to look up my starter code here. And what's it called? Demo CS blank. There we go. And template repository, because it is already a template, we're going to hit continue. And now we're on the big auto grading test part. So make sure you click enable feedback, because I don't want you to get excited, make all these tests, and then just hit create without that enable feedback, because that enable feedback is the greatest checkbox option I have ever seen. So make sure you selected that. And let's get started with this add test. So we're going to go to add test, and then we're going to select run Java. Now it gives us a little default here where we have to come up with a name, but it's already set up to run a Gradle test. So if you were more comfortable doing Gradle and you skip to this video, you could just run the Gradle test. You don't need to give it a setup command to run Gradle. From what I recall, I don't think you need to give it a setup command. I haven't worked with Gradle very often, much at all, so this is going to be shaky for me. So I don't think you need a setup command. I think you can just hit save test case and it will run your Gradle test. Could be wrong on that, and I apologize if I am, but we're not running Gradle, so I'm going to delete that. The test name here. The first thing that we're going to see is we're going to run all the tests at once. We're not going to separate them out. We're just going to have one test case that runs all those tests that we wrote in the class, and that's it. So we're going to call this name, we'll call this like all test. Our setup command that we need is going to be mvn compile, and our run command is going to be mvn test. That will run all the test classes. So even if we have multiple test classes, this will run every single one. Everything is run. We're going to do timeout down to 5 minutes. And then I'm just going to, points are optional. Since we're running all those tests here, I could say like 30 points. Now the issue with doing this, and I will hit save test. The issue with doing all test is they need to pass all. So to get the 30 out of 30, they need to pass every single test, or else it's 0 out of 30. So it's not like, oh, you only passed 2 tests. Here we'll give you, 2 out of 4, I think we had, or something like that. So we'll give you 15 out of 30. It's all or none. So it's running all the tests, and you either fail or you pass. So it might not be the best option to run all the tests. You might want to specifically only say run a certain test. So the next one we're going to see. So I'm just going to set all these up in one file. But you might have, you should only probably choose one. You wouldn't set all these up in just one file. You would do it one of these ways. So the next one we're going to show off is we're going to show off next how to only run a specific test class. So if I want to run all the test cases, the unit test in one particular class, what do I do? Because I might have multiple test class. So if I just want to have one run everything, what is my setup here? So we're going to say this is like single class unit. We'll say single class testing. Setup command is still the same, mvn compile. Get out of here, Gradle, and we're dropping this down to 3 again, and then possible points. Maybe if you're just running one class, it's like worth 10 points. So to run one class, I'm going to actually copy and paste in the command, the run command that you need. So you need mvn, and then you need -dtest equals, and then right after the equal sign, this is the test class name. So I believe our test class was 3 randoms test, and then you need a space and then the word test after it. So this will go run whatever test class you list here. And there are ways that you can like do pattern matching to run multiple test classes and stuff like that and string them together, but I'm just going to show you how to run one here. So we're going to save that, and that one is ready to go. So that will go run all the test cases in that one class. So for our project, it's no different than the one up here where we just did mvn test because we only have one class. The next one is kind of the most interesting one to me because it's going to highlight how we can say run an individual method. So we want to run a specific method out of that test class. So we're going to say run Java. Test name here is going to be single method, but now I should be more specific. So let me go back here. Let me go find one of these methods that I want to run. What's one of the names? So let's go do the 2 dog ones. So we'll separate out the 2 dog ones, the no dog in string and then the dog at the end of the string. So I need this one. So I'm going to, I won't copy that right now. Okay. So test name for this one is going to be no count dogs, we're going to say. The setup is our mvn compile. I keep messing up the first letter there, but we're getting rid of Gradle, and then I'm going to paste in the recommendation here for the run command, not the recommendation, what the actual run command is. So mvn space dtest equals, and then our name here. So we're going to do our three randoms test, right? Awkward. Yes. Cool. And we're going to go to our specific method name. So then you need the $, and then the specific method name is going to be this that we are going to run. So I'm going to go copy that, paste that, and then at the end, we still need the space string, and this is going to time out after 3 minutes. Maybe this one is worth, I'm going to say like 12 points. So now we got to the point where if they pass this test, they can get 12 points, right? And then if they pass, let's make another one here. So count 1 dog, and our setup command and our run command. I should have just actually copied we're just going to do that. Edit, go copy this, add test, count 1 dog, mvn compile, paste, and then go get our repository method name in our repository. And we're going to go here, paste that, and this one will be worth 12 points as well. So now you can see how having specific test cases for methods can potentially be more helpful if you have different things that you want to test for students than just running all the tests and they get all the points or none of the points. Maybe one method is more difficult, so you want to assign more points to that one. So this is where separating it out can help. And just like where you can have expressions to test multiple classes at once, you can also do expressions to test multiple methods at once. Particularly, you can end the method name with an asterisk. So you can like give a keyword and then end it with an asterisk, and it will go run all the methods that begin with whatever words you put before the asterisk. Or if you want to run a couple methods, you could separate them with the plus symbol in between each method name, and it will go run all those methods that come between the plus symbol. So I could have combined both of these into just one test case and said only run the count dog methods, and that's worth 24 points because there was 2 of them, 12 points apiece. But again, it wouldn't separate it. It would give me 0 or 24 if they got both right. I believe. I haven't tested that, so I could be lying about that. But it's just the way I think it happens based on how the all test run. So this will basically have us have 4 tests in here, and we're going to create the assignment. And in the next video, because I don't want this one to go on any longer here, in the next video, so we're doing 4 videos, I will have a student accept this, a demo student, a tester account, a student accept the assignment so that we can see what kind of happens when the auto grading process starts. So until next time, everybody, have a week.